All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have 355 stories, 7 to 14 minutes, depending on the stories. They vary. Vice, narcotics, gangs, all kind of neat stuff. Patrol, a lot of back stuff, a lot of stuff you wouldn't even know about, a lot of animals involved, dead cats in trunks of cars, ducks in lockers. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So look them up. They're my babies. I really like them, okay? So now we're going to a question and answer. And you want to send me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com, and I'll answer them either on here or I can type back and give you an answer when I type it in for you. Here's the next question.
Have you ever been threatened on the job?
Okay, this is an interesting story. It's kind of comical and kind of isn't, because we took it kind of serious at different levels of seriousness. Okay, here's this. Working gangs in suits, 3 of us. 2 guys working, 1 guy off, and we just rotated, okay? Well, 3 of us were a terror. We were the first gang unit in the city. It's back in the 70s, and we were bent on showing our bosses that we can do the job. And a lot of gang members in our division, probably over 300, maybe more. So we go out and we basically just look for gang members. You know, we'd catch them writing graffiti, we'd get them in cars, and we pretty much did everything we can to them to enforce laws. And I'll put that a little bit, let me tell you how we do this. It's pretty interesting how you do this. Everything's legal. It's just interesting. Here's an example, going on the side rail here. You see a car parked at the curve. Lowered car, gang members. 2 guys standing on the street talking to the guy in the car, and 1 guy up on the curve, okay? Car's too far out from the curve, okay? People go by, no, policemen go by, gang officers. First of all, the rule says you cannot be parked more than 18 inches from the curve. That's a parking ticket. You have a reason to stop the guy, that's all you want. 2 guys standing in the street talking to the car, that's pedestrian in the roadway, that's a ticket. See how this develops? We did this all night, all week long with gang members. Okay, you let them, okay, so this is the stop. You walk up, what's going on? Get over here. You search them. Sometimes you find pot, in those days it's a felony. Once in a while you find a knife. I think once in a gray while you find a gun. Take the people out of the car, search the car. Everybody search, everybody's cool. Get out your ticket books. And you write a parking ticket. Too far away from the curve. 2 guys on the street, pet in roadway. Okay, write them. Guys on the sidewalk are clean. Get out of here. And you're done. Okay. You tell them, hey, don't be hanging around here like that. Okay. The reason why we do this, it seems a little bit, you guys might think, well, that's really chicken. Well, like I said before in my stories, if you do it here with them and nickel and dime to death and get them out of here, they will not be a victim of a drive-by because they're gang members. So if you're hanging out in the street and another gang comes up, that's how we have shootings. You're not going to have a gang with guns driving around when there's nobody standing there. They're not going to shoot. There's nothing to shoot at. The liberals and the Democrats and the attorneys will say that's horrible, it's harassment. No, it isn't. It's custodial. When you take them off the street, have them move on, and the guys that are out there gunning for them won't see them. There's no gunning going on. There's no way you can prove that. But if there's no victims, there's no shooting. And consequently, reverse. If you see a gang car driving, you pull it over, get them out, and you find guns and everything else. That's ideal. That's our ideal thing. Then you stop, obviously, that shooting. So it's kind of a reverse way to start. It's a unique way to think about it. That's all we ever did. Okay, so So that's what we do with gang members. We write tickets, okay? Another one, we see a car at the curve, see a guy drinking a beer outside, he's not the right age. We come up, get him out. He's not old enough, no ID, goes to jail. Guy in the car, open container, write him a ticket. I mean, this is how we did this all the time. We were gang guys, didn't have a black and white, we had a plain car and suits, but as long as we don't have to pull a car over, we just pull up and jump out and we're fine. So we did this a lot. And of course, that's just not talking about all the arrests we made, because we'd had detectives would say, hey, I'm looking for this guy for robbery. Would you try to find him? Well, we have all night to look for this guy. We know where he lives, we know where he hangs out. He's a gang member, so he cannot not, is that the right way, stay away from his buddies in the park. He's got to go hang out with his buddies. He probably knows he's wanted, but he still wants to hang out with his homies. So we know where he hangs out at, because each gang hangs out in certain areas. So looking for a guy from this gang, we go over there, and there he is. Wow, tough arrest. Hook him up, put him in jail, leave a note for the detectives. They come in the morning, oh, I got this guy in custody. Thanks, guys. We did this every night. They always gave us people that were wanted for murder and robbery, because they're working day shift, and they know these guys come out at night, so they gave us the job to get them at night. It was great. We stayed busy and booked a lot of people. Okay. Now, a lot of people we arrested were in these government housing projects. There was 1, 2, I think it was 4 in our division. I think 2 in the north, 1 in the middle, and I think 1 down below. Anyway, and each of these housing tracts had their own gang. And the one up in the north part, in fact, they just got arrested a bunch of guys for racial discrimination because extortion, all kinds of stuff. You had Latino gangs were firebombing some black families that wanted to move into this area because the Latinos only wanted to be there, only wanted Latinos there. Just came out last week that they indicted these guys for racial stuff, for terrorism and all that good stuff, which they should be. Okay, you should be able to move and live wherever you want. Anyway, So we go in there and we had a unique thing. All my other two partners, we had suits on. We only had a revolver. We had no hand radios. We always carried an extra gun, always. 38 bullets. We always had both pockets had stuff with ammo, and we could put a little baton ring on our undercover suit, and we put a baton in there, nightstick. Sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. And then we'd literally park our car away from the projects at night, and we'd walk in to the projects, just maybe my partner. No radio. We just wander in there, okay, looking for gang members. And 3 or 4, we'd line them up. They get feisty, and they go, whoa, just don't come off that wall, man. Okay, whoa, And we knew any moment somebody probably could have taken a shot at us, but I don't think they did. They knew us anyway. Knew us by name, reputation. Arrested a lot of these guys, caught them vandalizing, spray painting, caught them drinking. We were writing tickets, booking people. I mean, I'm telling you, the 3 of us, probably in a 4-month stretch, I'd say we arrested over 40 or 50 people constantly, 2 or 3 every night for all kinds of stuff. And this particular part of this particular project, at least 1 a night, sometimes no nights, and then the next night we 3 or 4, booze, vandalism, pot. They'd be burning their tires in their cars, exhibition of speed, pull them over, no ID, you're going to jail. All kinds of stuff because nobody has ID. Those guys don't carry ID. They don't have insurance. Okay. So anyway, so we were working on it pretty good. Okay, a lot. Then we saw graffiti on the wall. They had a couple of walls, that were blank, and they put in paint, kill my last name on one wall, and over there, kill my partner's last name, because they knew us, they hated us. Okay, we used to jump out, we used to harass them so much, they'd see us coming, we'd jump out of our car, and there was 3 or 4 of them. One would run, and the other 3 would go like this. Okay. So what do? We chase the guy that ran. And we remember these guys, thanks, you get out of here. As we're going by, get out of here. Playing a little psychological game here. And usually catch the guy, he's got a bag of pot or something. It's not a big deal, okay? But this is what the citizens want us to do. They call us all the time about gang members loitering and drinking beer because they can't go out of their house. Here's the irony of it. They got bars in their house and they're in jail while the gang members are running loose. How does that work? Joe Citizens, poor guy, works every day. He's behind bars, and these guys are out here, smoking dope and having a good old time. Okay. Well, not a good old time, not with us around. Okay, so this went on for like 6 months. It names the housing authority would come out and they'd paint over not just our graffiti, but everybody's graffiti. And a couple days later, it'd write again and all that stuff. The running joke between Mexican cops in this division was that the Alamo. That's why the Alamo was fought so severely, because the Mexican army wanted more walls to ride on. But okay, that's the running joke. Okay. And I told my wife, we went to the San Antonio to look at the Alamo one time, and I'm standing there going, I don't know what to be, whether be proud or embarrassed, because half of me won the battle, but the other half lost, because I'm an American, so I don't know how to treat this. Okay, but I'm pumped. Anyway, that's it. Anyway, so I'm getting off track here, big time. Okay, so we come to work and we check in with our supervisor at the beginning of the shift. We come in about 3 o'clock. We start the field at 4. We come in, and there's 2 guys in suits over there, and they're very serious. I don't know who these guys are, so we check in with our guys and go, hey, those guys want to talk to us. Who are they? We thought it was internal affairs, because they have that straight face, They're from Robbery Homicide Division. Talk to us? Somebody arrested? Well, we'll find out. So we go into the office and close the door, and they're very serious. Go, you guys, work gangs, and we explain. Our supervisor explained what we do, how we do it. He goes, oh, okay, that's why we got a call you today. They go, what kind of call did you get? This is the call they got. An informant told them that there's a guy there's a gang in the northern projects area that put out a hit on us. Okay, any one of us. They don't care which one of us got hit, because we're a 3-person team. They know that. Okay, and we were like, so we're street cops. It's a big deal. Okay, they're serious, man. They go, well, it's so serious. We notify the chief. Oh, wait a minute, this is getting serious now. And he wants us to apprise him what's happening here, because you are in danger, and you got to be careful, because you go in there all the time. We go in there on foot. We told them what we did, and they even look. You go in there on foot alone? Well, yeah. Oh, you might not want to do that without some backup. Come on, man. You can back up. Anyway, so okay, fine. He goes, and so then our supervisor goes, okay, so what's the hit? What is it? He goes, well, it's a bounty, pretty much. Oh, how much is the bounty? $50. And we look at each other. $50, don't tell me it's for both of us. He goes, no, $50 a piece. Whoo, wow, hey, slow down there, guys. Easy. And they didn't like the fact that we were laughing about this. They're just sitting there stone-faced like an IRS agent, like I'm talking to an IRS agent. Like, we're going, Come on, 50 bucks a piece? He goes, yeah, well, we take it serious. The informants are reliable, and he's told us about somebody else. So they're taking it serious. These are the big boys. I go, okay. So we go, okay, well, we'll talk to our boss about it. Okay, so I want you to know, and he told our supervisor, I want a weekly report on what's going on here, how you're going to address this, and all that. Okay, fine. So they left. So our supervisor, really nice guy. He goes, what do you think? I said, well, we should probably go out and see who's doing it. He goes, well, I'm not going to say that I told you to do that. I'm not going to say I'm encouraging you to do that. But since it's you guys are going to be possible victims, you probably should go out and see if you can find out who did it. He said, you got it, we'll find out. Then he said, in the meantime, because we back up, I'm going to sidetrack here. The division we worked, we had no parking structure. We had to park in the streets around the station, along with the population. So that was kind of a liability, in itself. So that night we finished our shift, we came in, and we got some large workout bags that they had in the kit room, which kit rooms where all the equipment is. And we told the guy, hey, we have a special assignment and we need a couple of workout bags. Okay, so we got two big long workout bags on purpose. And then we said, oh, by the way, we need to each check out a shotgun. Okay, he doesn't know what's going on. So he gives us a shotgun. We're going home. He gives us a shotgun each. Now give me some more ammo. Okay, he gets some more ammo. We go outside the police station looking around. We're loading the shotgun. They told us not to do that. We did it anyway. Okay, so, don't arm yourself with, okay, fine, no problem. Well, the guys are telling us that, not our supervisor, somebody else, another supervisor. He ain't the one that's got a bounty on him. And I know it's only $50, but these guys will kill for $10. I know heroin addicts will kill for $10 because they're going to get it fixed. So who knows what these people are doing? Okay, fine. So that's a side note. We took those in the workout bag, unzipped, and we walked to our cars that night, got in our cars and took off. And I even had, because you have to drive through the community to get to the freeway to go home. So the whole time I got that thing, I got the shotgun laying across my lap, and I'm driving home. I said, anybody, I pity the whiner that wants to take $5 out of up to my car. Boom! Anyway, so we did that. I didn't tell my wife any of that. I just hid the shotgun, and didn't want to burden her with that. You don't need to know that. That's okay. So anyway, did that for. Okay, so I came back to work the next night in reverse. Get my car, my workout bag, and come back to the station. Didn't tell anybody we checked out the shotguns for that reason. The only guy who knew about it was the guy in the room, and he was our friend, so he didn't tell anybody. He doesn't care as long as you sign for it. You're responsible for it. He doesn't know what's going on. Okay, so now we have to go out and unethical things coming up here. I'm not proud of it, but I did it, and to this day, I'm glad I did it. Okay, we started looking for the guy that was going to do us. Okay, started talking to people that we know, talking to gang members, not just saying who's trying to kill us, but we started talking about, who am I, this and that. Well, we had one guy that was an informant for us from the gang, and he told us it was a certain guy. A certain guy was talking smack and would kill one of us, and he's gonna, this and that. Okay, fine. So now we're gang members. We're gang officers. We know the gang members. We know where they live. We know their parents because we write them tickets for we call the parents in because they have booze. They sign for their kids. We know where they live. We know this guy. So he lives up there. So we kind of go up there, get out on foot, Thursday night. We're walking around, kind of like, here's his house. So we're kind of like, maneuvering in the dark, seeing if he's home, waiting, see if he's going to come home. That night, nothing. Okay, fine. Next night we go out there walking around in the dark. A lot of places you can hide in the dark. In between the buildings, there's like, corners, dark corners, and so alcoves. We're sitting there watching in the dark. We're in suits, watching. Well, this night, he comes out of his house. He's 19 years old, comes out. I see him, partner's over here, go. So he's walking around this way. That was a mistake. That way was the street, this way was deeper into the projects. So he passes us, we look at each other, and look one of those movies. He's walking along, all of a sudden you go, whoop. It's like 1 minute he's there, and next minute he's gone. Okay, we just, basically grabbed his arm, grabbed his throat, took him in a little dark area, cuffed him, and then we talked to him. And we told him basically that we knew he was the one who was trying to kill us, and that we had been looking at your house for the last week. That was a lie, of course. And I said, we know where you live, we know where you came out of, we know where you're going. And we know your sister, I'll make up a name, Bonnie, she's 13, we know her. We know your mom, make up a name, Lupe, know your mom, we know you don't have a dad. We're giving this guy a recap of his life. We know him though, it's not that we weren't investigating him. We've gone to his house when he was a juvenile to return to his mother, so we know everybody. Because that's what gang officers do, they're supposed to know what's happening, so if there is a crime, you can go, not like this is a bounty, it's not really, it is a crime, but it is. So we talked to him about his family. And then here's where you probably shouldn't do this. And we said, if any, because it's just two of us and our third guy is off. He said, you need to know and tell your homies, if anything happens to any one of us, we're coming after your family. We're coming after you. You will go first. And when you start naming off the parent's name, the first name, and their sister's first name, if it was me, I'd get serious about, because, you know, and we're dead ass serious. I mean, looking at him right this close to his face. He's looking around. There's nobody around. It's just the three of us. Just the three of us, okay? I'm making light of this. That's serious business. So I said, so that's it. I took the handcuffs off. I said, you know, we could have done more tonight, right? He goes, yeah. You know, anybody else would have taken you over there and beaten you up, right? He goes, yeah. See, he knows that he got off here. I think he figured it out that if anybody else, we just kidnap him, beat him up, and just lay. I didn't do anything. Deny it. We could do that. That's very bad. You can't do that. Okay. But we did enough threatening here. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good either. Anyway, so we told him that. So he says, okay. I said, so you do what you have to do, and we're going to do what we have to do. See you later. And he looked back, and then my partner goes, we're not going to shoot you in the back. Just go away. And I think he was scared, so he just kind of walked away, and off he went. And I saw him walking, and he get far enough when he takes off running. Okay, well, he's 18, 19. He's a kid. Okay. So we didn't tell anybody that. Zippo. Okay. So then, come work next day. Next day, our boss called us in. Hey, got some good news. The informant called. Said the hit's been taken off, and they're not going to do anything. No one's going to do anything. Really? What happened? We're dumbing up, right? I don't know. The informant says that the guy says, forget it. We're not going to do anything against them, and leave them alone, and blah, blah, blah. Interesting. Okay, so that was, probably shouldn't have done it. I used some of the words from the old Godfather, you know, that kind of thing, you know, the threatening in the face and all that. But, you know, that's the way it goes. I'm not proud of it, but actually it needed to be done. Because the way we work, we couldn't stop what we were doing, the kind of work we're doing. We walk around the projects, that's our job. And eventually, if there's an acceptance from the gang to shoot one of us, someone's going to get out there and fire a round off, or two or three at us, because it's macho. Their macho's going to kick in. That's just what they do. That's what they do. Gang members thrive by power, perceived power that they have over everybody else. The community, the cops, strength. They know strength. They don't know anything else. So we stopped it. Felt pretty good about that. We just kind of laughed about it, put our shotguns away after a couple of days, and then that's the end of it. Never got shot. Everything was fine. So hope you enjoyed that one. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.